And we're live in another umbraCoffee in episodes. It's our
32nd
Whoa.
episode.
Yep. And we are joined by Nik, an Umbraco MVP, and since last week, the script author as well. Hi, Nik.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourselves?
We've been chatting before going live that you just went back from holiday.
Yeah.
Where you've been? How was your coming back?
I went to France for a few days. Did a classic car rally with my old man, which was good fun. And then took a couple of extra days off because it was my birthday on Wednesday, so I decided I didn't want to work.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
And of course, I'm not asking without reason because I'm going on holiday on the next Wednesday and I can't wait.
Marcin and I actually had the conversation yesterday about what are we going to do about umbraCoffee? And it's yet to be decided. we're gonna see.
I don't want to miss umbraCoffee. I really like it, and I don't treat it like work. But of course, I might be lying on the beach with some other refreshment. And
Umbra cocktail.
An Umbra cocktail. I will start another YouTube show and another YouTube channel, Umbra Cocktails, and I will lead that. We'll see. We don't want to make any decision. It's always spontaneous. And of course, it was another very busy Umbraco week. We've been doing a lot of things internally in the company, and of course also externally. Other people were contributing a lot, but we can start from probably the main topic because, as Niels mentioned, even today, this festival season is starting, and we have a lot of festivals on the horizon this year. And guys, are you planning to visit specific ones from them? Maybe let's list them. What we have really soon.
The Poland Festival, obviously, I'm going, and everyone should try. It's really awesome. The DK Festival is in October. There's the US Festival in October. There is the UK Festival in November. There is the Swedish Festival the week after that in November.
Yep.
There is. Have I missed any?
Probably not. Or probably yes. I will use our website which we've created one day. It's something what we want to migrate to our Umbraco, by the way, at some point. So if anyone who is watching it wants to play around it, I'm more than eager to pair on that. So we have what we have next year. Do we have anything from next year here? Yes.
I started a 2019 one as well.
Probably I was filling data here for 2018, but yeah, this is September 21st for Polish Festival, Duke Festival, US Festival in October, Code Cabinet, DK Fest, UK Fest, and Swedish Fest.
So much stuff.
And of course we would like to visit all of them, but it's not possible. And I've seen, unfortunately, Niels probably won't make it to Poland, as he tweeted it today as well. But yeah, we will have, of course, another HQ representatives to proudly replace his presence. And yeah, it's awesome, and I can't wait to visit yet another Umbraco event because I'm missing a lot the whole Code Garden vibe and everything else around it. And we've all been there. It's you can probably confirm that it was hard to just get used to not being around all of those amazing people
and not drinking so much.
It's about the inspiration you get from everyone, isn't it? Being able to just generally chat, and half the time we don't even talk about it most of the time. It's just general conversations with people.
Yeah, I know that Adam, the Cogworks chief cog, said he was going to struggle to justify to his wife that it was actually an important business conference, because all the photos are him with a beer in his hand or sitting around and talking. But actually, that's where a lot of the value comes from, as you say, Nick, inspiration. And that's a beautiful segue.
Yeah.
Into, you're a professional. You've done this before, Nick. Into your script article, which was very inspirational and focused on kind of different ways of thinking.
Pretty much.
In the world.
It's not just about the Umbraco, it's about life in general, to be fair, for me. I've been trying to write that post, as the article actually said, for the best part of a year. And I didn't know what I was going to do with it, whether I'd give it to Scrift or use it as a blog post or just keep it for myself. But I offered it up to them, and they've obviously published it. And it's just one of those things. When I first, so I talk about getting into parkour, and I was in quite a lost place at the time, and I needed things to occupy my mind. So I jumped on Groupon and just started selecting random activities to do stuff and tried things I'd never done before, or even thought about before. And parkour was one of them. Rock climbing. I actually did some dancing lessons for a while, and a few other different bits. And they all just give you different ways of looking at things and talking to people who do those things as well, and the mentalities behind them. So everything about them was about seeing things differently and not just taking the status quo. And I think I found that very much in Umbraco as well. You talk to everyone else yourselves, everyone at Code Garden, UK Fest, and everyone in the community. And they all have different ways of looking at it. I think it's just really inspiring and helpful.
Yeah, I think there's a really, really nice quote in this blog, which is, by helping others, we help ourselves, which is so true. So by going out there and engaging with the community and kind of, being active on the forum or being attending meetups, conferences, etc., then we help everyone else get better, and as well as ourselves.
Yeah, and I think I just want to add that open source and Umbraco community in general is in my opinion something really amazing, because we are not only friendly but also true. So we I saw that people were just not lying that everything is perfect and our world is amazing and we don't have troubles, or we are not, I don't know, doing perfect on everything. And that's also amazing, because by solving issues and problems together as a community, we're just making it all better and true, more true for everyone who is watching from the outside or from anywhere else. And I noticed, Nick, you've become more active in the community lately as well, and not only by writing this blog post, but also helping us to figure out new things for our Umbraco. I remember our discussions in open circles, and this is all bringing all of us closer to each other and maybe closer to the project.
I have 1,000 ideas for the community that it could be. I see it almost like the Umbraco social media in the future, and the way it could engage with everybody. It's just got quite a long way to get there at the minute, and it's lots of finding the little ideas that we can implement to make it better. There was a discussion on Slack yesterday morning about how it's quite hard to find the posts that you've created to follow them again. And it'd be nice if you had your own kind of logged in hub where you can see everything you've posted, anything you've communicated, and a few other things like that. It's quite a way of centralizing, almost like your own profile, but not the public profile side of it.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. So kind of having a central place where you can see everything that you've ever posted or manage that, because it's not really that easy right now. Emma Burstow did a great post as well about the Umbraco retreat, which is in the Scrift release that you were in as well.
Yes, you did.
And our Umbraco was a very big focus at the retreat. So she's discussed in this post about how they worked on re-architecting the search. Marcin, I think you were part of that team to make content more discoverable. But then there was just some little features, and there was some overall bigger discussions about the future of our Umbraco as well. And this post really nicely summarizes just everything that happened, demystifies everything that happened at that event.
And I've started an hour thread about all of those discussions, sharing our mockups and wireframes which we did during the retreat. And if anyone have any ideas, or maybe wants to dedicate some time to help us make it real, because it's all about making it real one day, just feel free to jump in. And of course, I will share all of the links here in the YouTube video description.
Yeah. Cool. So loads of inspirational stuff this week, particularly from Nick, but also Emma Burstow and Heather, who we'd like to share a blog post, but her website's 500 erroring.
She's had too much traffic.
Too much traffic.
Yes, we killed it.
Reach.
And if you haven't seen 500 error yet in your life,
this is what it looks like.
That's what it looks like.
I had the pleasure of reading this yesterday or the day before when it came out, and it's a really, really nice story about how 12 years ago she was looking for a CMS.
Yes.
Difference between Sitecore, .NET Nuke, and then this weird Danish CMS built by just one guy, but it seemed kind of cool, and she jumped on it, and it's got her to where she is. So really, really inspirational stuff coming from the community this week.
I even commented it on her LinkedIn profile that I didn't know, for example, a story about getting funds from various people in States for I don't know, buying tickets for Niels to come there and do some kind of mini retreat.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, this was a great story. I think that if people just want to accomplish something, they are able to do anything, and it was very inspirational. I really like reading stories like that.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to see some really nice pictures of Niels like 10 years ago, that's the best place to go right now. There's a load of very young-looking photos there.
Yeah, and maybe going further with the inspiration, we've ended up the first hackathon for V8. I think that it was really great as an overall result, and also I was following the vibe, because I can't stop thinking about making new things for V8, and not only. And this is amazing, because right now I'm just looking for some free time to just jump on the source code and make some pull requests or changes. And I've did two of them this week.
One of them was awesome, the really awesome one, the nested content one, you did on the floor of a train, did you?
Yes, exactly. I was coming back from Krakow, sitting on the floor in the train, because there weren't any free seats in this train, and I wanted to be back home. And I was inspired by the whole situation, and I was drinking coffee from my one hand, and second hand I was coding the pull request for nested content, and it's almost ready to be submitted as a pull request. I probably will finish it before going on my holidays. So that's awesome. And second one was for V8, and it was listed on our issues before we started the hackathon. And I've hidden some kind of operations which are not implemented yet. So it was pretty simple, but still it was hiding the errors for the V8 users right now. So I think it's really important to even do something like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Have you got the GIF of the nested content thing?
Yes,
it was
but
really, really cool.
If I have it open anywhere, I will try to.
Niels tweeted, again, more inspiration and more kind of fuel for other people to get involved. Niels tweeted, "This is how it should be done." Like finding something that can be changed in a very, very tiny way and makes a big, big difference to lots of users, and how that actually increasing the complexity of something might make it more usable and more friendly. So in this case, you added an extra field in the back office.
It's only complicated for us as developers and implementers, but when the editor comes to use it, it's such a simple thing. It's not just items, it's not just a name, it's something else.
Exactly.
But I was using nested content for some properties in the past, but I haven't seen a need to do something like this. And right now we were building some kind of solution for the events, and we've been adding ticket types here. And why I should say add a content if I want to add a new ticket type, and that was the motivation to do it. And yes, I have a GIF. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah,
it's gonna always be GIF to me.
GIF, yeah. So let's see this GIF. So here we have this label for content, and it's a really small change. And nested content source is really friendly to be extended. So I've added a new property. And I've just injected it to the view, which is rendering Angular properties here. Right now, I'm finishing work on being able to place here a dictionary item. So if you want to have it translated for your back office users, it will be possible as well. It's getting there.
Awesome. That looks really, really cool. Again, more inspiration for everyone. And it came off the back of this hackathon we did, where I think the stats have 21 people, 8 PRs merged, 8 PRs open and waiting for approval. So that's like really good turnout. And we hope more people come in future, because I think anyone that did come will be able to vouch for the fact that they gained a lot out of it. It's good to see people inspired to continue contributing and do stuff on V8.
And you had a few people remotely involved as well, didn't you?
Yes.
In location.
I think we had about 6 people in the London Cogworks office, 6 people in the Poland Cogworks office, and then the rest, I'm not very good with maths, 7. No, less than that. Shit.
Adam wrote a great blog post summarizing all of those numbers, right? So it's on our blog. and of course we will share the link for it. It was a lot of people, and what I liked the most was that we were just catching up each hour with the whole hackathon crew, and just doing some kind of stand-up or just chat what's done, who needs help, how we can help each other to make it done. I really like the format, and I can't wait for the next one.
Definitely. Talking of other, more events, I saw this and I'm intrigued because I'm not quite sure exactly what it is, and there's not too many details. But Tim Payne tweeted a photo from the Umbraco Leeds meetup this week, where there was a demo of something called positional content. And I don't know who's demoing
was it?
It wasn't very clear, but the concept, and from what I can establish on the screen, looks really, really awesome. I zoomed in really close onto the picture to try and work out what was going on, but it looks like they've got like a list of positions in the tree, and then they decide how to render content based on that. Complete assumption. Maybe we'll see this on an umbraCoffee in the future, but that's cool. Again, more inspiration to go and build cool stuff.
Zoom enhance.
Oh,
it's getting better. Yeah, it looks really interesting. I think that it's very good to attend any events, and we have a lot of them in the community. Code Cabin signups are closing today, right?
Yeah.
Do you have your submission in, Nick?
I do. I was a late one. I only submitted it this morning.
Well done.
Ooh. Fingers crossed for all of the submissions.
It closes at midnight UK time, so get applying. Do it in your lunch break. Do it when you get home.
Yep. And what else we had to mention?
There's a Frankfurt.
Of course, Kevin released a new version of Translate Manager.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh,
that was the only
Callum, or I'm losing.
Ooh, am I completely gone?
You're still there for me.
Maybe Marcin's lost me. Okay. We don't know what's going on there. So Marcin mentioned Translation Manager. Kevin released a new version of that, version 1.4.0. It's got a few UI, use editor improvements, I think.
I think his biggest improvement was something to do with one of the translations that only a few people might be having issues with. So it was a nice release for those people, but generally not using, I think it's the XF translation.
You're right.
Need it.
Yeah, you are right. Okay. I've not actually had the pleasure of using it yet, though I've seen his talk at the UK Fest about the package, so it looks really awesome.
I need to play with it because we've been starting doing a few more multi-language, well, just English and Welsh sites, and it'd be nice to get a translation that makes use to use.
Yeah, cool, awesome. What else has happened? Releases this week. I've not found too many package releases. I think people might be taking a break since Code Garden, or pouring all their effort into the core or something.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think we've got that point now where the discussions about V8 have started going, and people are hesitant, and it'd be nice to see that not be the case. It'd be nice to see them still producing the amazing packages that we see. We had a few come out straight after Code Garden, and it's been a little bit quiet for a couple of weeks now. Yeah,
definitely. Speaking of that, so Warren has been getting really active in blogging again. He's done a few V8 focused blogs, I think. So he had a blog this week about swapping log4net for a different log serializer. So Serilog is the one he used. It's really cool. He also did a blog post about the application event handlers, or what they are now in Umbraco, in V8, which is Umbraco components. That's really cool. There's finally, I know we've kind of heard about this for a while, but Umbraco has got this Latch product for cloud where you can add SSL.
Yes, that we found out about that at Code Garden, which was wonderful. And then now it's by default now, isn't it?
Yes, it's officially rolled out to everyone, and they are officially listed now as a sponsor on the Let's Encrypt website. Against.
Can you hear me, by the way, probably I'm back.
Yes, you're back.
I had the troubles. Yeah, I wanted to really share it because it's awesome to see Umbraco, right, next to GitHub and so many awesome companies here, right?
Really awesome. Facebook, Fastly,
Uptime Robots, which we are using. Yeah, a lot of interest. Facebook, of course, right?
Shopify, some big companies in there.
Yep, and that's great. And and what else we wanted to mention? Umbraco started a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we've got competition. I think we
we will go now to sue everyone, right?
yep, we're going to sue everyone.
Yeah, for using YouTube, using Umbraco. No, it's great because I even was talking with Rune in the morning today that videos are changing everything. And people are using videos and YouTube and services with videos for everything right now. Even if I want to repair my refrigerator, I'm looking for a video on YouTube how to do it. So why I'm not going to look for how to build a website there.
Yeah, more interactive content generally. I think like people like to be able to follow along rather than just read a massive, maybe sometimes daunting blog post. And it's easier to explain stuff maybe verbally than it is to write something down. So you actually did a podcast this week, didn't you, with Bob and Kevin?
Oh,
you went on a rival show.
Yeah, unplanned rival show as usual. Yeah, I was in States in USA. I was attending the podcast after the invitation from Bob and Kevin, and we've been talking about education in general. So it was also interesting, especially that I'm involved in various parts of the education, from the young children to even our teammates and myself in general, because I'm constantly learning from everyone and everything. Yeah, and if you want to see or not see but listen this podcast, I will attach this link here.
Yeah, I listened to it yesterday, to be fair, and actually it's amazing the sort of things you're working on with your education for the kids and what you get involved with.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's very interesting, and if not us, who is gonna to change it? Because we all know that universities has problems and issues, and I mentioned it during the podcast, but this is probably the most important thing, that we wanted to change our university studies and include, for example, ASP.NET in our program. And they told us that we need to wait 5 years before our government will confirm that it can be possible to be used inside of the programs. So 5 years for the IT industry is like
slow.
Before internet and after internet. I don't know if you will be using computers in 5 years. And yeah, how we gonna teach students about it? So we need to do it by ourselves, sharing videos, recording videos, writing blog posts, attending meetups, conferences, and everything else, and inspiring others, because I think that's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of meetups coming up in the next week. So, Nick, are you going to make it over to the Bristol meetup on Monday?
I don't think I can on Monday, unfortunately. Ooh. I'm traveling to Manchester. So I can't get across. I was going to otherwise.
Cool. So there's an Bristol meetup on Monday. I'm speaking about Azure Functions. There's also going to be a London meetup on Thursday, I believe, but it's not really a formal thing. It's more like a discussion about how we can improve the meetup in general. That's going to be cool. And there may or may not be a big announcement coming next week about Umbraco barbecues making a return. Some social events for your calendar.
You did tweet. They did tweet about something, didn't they?
There might have been a tweet this week.
Yeah, and I also heard rumors that some Polish people like to do deploys on Fridays, and they are going to deploy some website for some kind of event in Poland in September. But those are just only rumors. I don't know nothing about it.
Awesome. I think that kind of wraps it up for today. Nick, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
To be fair, my biggest thing is just to say to all the people that are watching and people that watch this later, thank you for making such an awesome community. Neil's actually tweeted a segment of my article saying I praise the HQ and what they've done, but if it's not just for them, it's for everyone else that's involved. You guys, all the people that work on Slack channels, on forums, on Twitter, turn up to the events. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be where we are. So, and I wouldn't have written the article that I wrote. So I can just say thank you for that.
Yeah, that's a really awesome note to end on.
Yeah, I don't have nothing else to add.
I can't do that.
we should just log out and do our stuff then. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Nick, very much for joining us, and all of you watching. Have a great weekend and the rest of the day, and see you someday.
Yeah, next week.
Guys.
Bye.